Hey all, welcome back to another Tech Connect. It's March, it's sunny. That only means one thing, it's time for CSUN. We're here in Anaheim, California, finding out what is new in the world of assistive technology. Join us as we go hit the floor, see what's up. Hi, my name's Cory. I appreciate you taking a little time with us on the floor here at CSUN. And I will be honest, this is a new one for us. It's called Gluidance, right? Is that correct? Can you tell us a little bit about it, please?
Yeah, Gluidance is a self-guided mobility aid. It has two wheels that can brake and steer. It has radar in the base and also has a camera that uses machine learning to be able to detect objects and guide you down a safe path.
So would you say, is it used in conjunction with any other mobility aids? Is it a replacement for a traditional white cane? What's kind of your aim for this product?
Sure. We're designing it as a primary mobility aid.
Okay.
So it could be used in place. We understand a lot of people might still want to use the other options, but there's a lot of people out there that don't have proficiency with cane or don't have the guide dog, and we're trying to use this as a way to get them out and about using technology.
And what would you say is sort of like both the coverage of from like floor up, how far up is it detecting, and then also how far in front would you expect to be kind of alerted that there's something going on?
Great question. Our radar can see about 30 meters.
Okay.
We also have one pointing up for overhead detection so we don't get hit with tree branches or things like that going down the sidewalk.
And is there some kind of alert that's allowing you to know that, hey, this is steps down versus something above your head? You know, is there some kind of alert pattern that you're using to let people know what to expect in front of them?
Yes. So the camera is able to do object identification. So as you approach something like a staircase, it could let you know that you're approaching the stairs. It can count the number of stairs that you're going to go over, and then tell you which side the handrail is at.
And is that communicated through like an earpiece you're wearing, or speaker through the handle? Or
Yep. There's a speaker in the handle here.
Okay.
It can also connect to Bluetooth for a headset.
Cool. And is this currently on the market or still prototype?
It is not. We're prototyping, and we're here at CSUN to get lots of feedback.
Sure.
And we're aiming for a launch of the commercial device sometime mid next year.
Any idea on price? I got to imagine no, but so a ballpark you're hoping for?
We're really trying to make it super affordable, and by that we're targeting a price similar to owning a smartphone.
Okay. Wow, very cool. And where could people go if they wanted to learn more about the product and check its status?
Yeah, go to our website, gluidance.io.
Awesome. Kyle, I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Cory.
Appreciate it. All right.
So here we have the Cloverbook XL. This is a foldable electronic magnifier. We've done a video on the Cloverbook before, but this one is extra large now, and it is also Pro. So looking at the screens here, we have larger screens. I'm not exactly sure how large that screen is, but I'm going to guess it's about 12 inches, something like that. And this lower screen here can be either folded up against the base, or we can raise it for better ergonomics, so you can really have it nicely positioned right in front of you and not have to crank your neck. And behind there we can see a second screen. This is an optional screen that you can connect to the base, and then you can do a split screen distance and near magnification. The controls on the front are the same as the other Cloverbook video, so you can check those out if you want to figure out what those controls do. And we also have the same distance camera here, which the other Cloverbook has. So it looks like a very similar unit to the other Cloverbook, but with larger screens and with this new positionable bottom screen. Very good for students, and also if you are a working professional.
We have quite a few things. The Stellar Trek just got a new AI update. We added crosswalk detection to the Stellar Trek. And it's very cool. Not that we need to know where the crosswalks are, though sometimes we're unsure of where they might be. It's not a blended curve. What it does, though, is you hold the device in front of you as you're crossing the street, and it keeps you within the bounds of the crosswalk. So if you have an angled intersection, it's really an anti-veer sort of feature to keep you on the straight and narrow. So it clicks. There's rapid clicks when you're in. If you start to drift, it will say move to the right, move to the left, right, to keep you within bounds of that intersection. So that's a really neat update. We're working on the pedestrian detection modes. And also all of this is done on board. So we're not sending things up in the cloud. So it's housed on the device, which is pretty cool. We have the Braille displays. We certainly have the BI-20. We have the BI-40. The VI20 and 40X are here. We just released an update that has terminal-only mode. So if somebody doesn't want all those internal features, they can lock the device just to being into, I'm just using it with JAWS and I don't want to leave, and it's a lot easier to set up. So we have that. Victor Reader Stream, we're working on and are close to some Audible support, hopefully, that will be coming pretty soon.
Okay.
That's been asked for a lot by some passionate users.
Did the second gen Victor?
Yes.
That did, right? Yeah,
It does.
okay.
It works with Audible Sync, and that's exactly what we're going to do with the third gen.
Gotcha.
So Audible Sync is what you use to move your content
Gotcha.
back and forth. But we're always kind of looking at new things. We do have the Odyssey Reader here, which has some AI ability to translate documents on the fly. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we got a little
Rachel-
demo yesterday on our live stream. We had a little demo of the coffee bot reader.
Nice.
The coffee can. Yeah.
can.
But it was. She mentioned there was a manual mode, and then
There will be a mode where you'll be able to read a document in Spanish and translate it to English, which some of that stuff, I mean, AI is the buzzword, right?
Sure.
Any of this now, but I think we're seeing a lot of movement there. And we definitely have our hands in a lot of things behind the scenes that we're trying to figure out a lot of new AI implementations and working with different partners to do lots of new products and lots of AI. So there will be a lot of news from Humanware, not just Monarch related, as we go through 2024.
We were in a session yesterday about the future of AI, and they made a comment that at first we kind of shook our heads about, and then as I thought more about it, was this comment about, will traditional screen reading technology / skills be as necessary with AI?
The game is going to change.
Yeah.
And you see this with the way that AI reads a restaurant menu.
Yeah.
If you imagine that being a website, think of how much more fluid your experience can be by going to a website and the focus is automatically kind of provided to you. Or it knows your habits. It's like, oh, you're probably looking to log in, right?
Every time you look at a menu, you always go to the chicken.
Right.
I'm
You
just
always
gonna
go to the
get that.
fries.
Yeah.
And this menu has fries.
Yeah.
And it has sweet potato fries. And it has waffle fries. And it has curly fries.
Yeah.
And it has
You happen to be at a
cottage
restaurant that
fries.
only serves fries.
And it has Belgian fries. And it has fire fries.
Yeah.
And I'm done.
Well-
But it's funny though, because it really could change, and we're going to see that. And I believe we've already kind of seen it with how it takes in menus. And you say, show me the sidebar or whatever, or read me the article or whatever it is. You'll be able to do that on websites, and screen readers are going to morph for sure into something that'll be way more dynamic than what it is today.
One of the
Today it's
things,
just really static.
one of the examples I was talking to Luke about is that I get a lot.
Do you talk to Luke much?
Not too much when I'm forced to, but when I do, one of the things I get on monthly basis, I get these complicated spreadsheets from our finance department, and they're all called green, red, and all the departments, and they're just, it takes me forever to kind of figure out the format, and just the idea of having it just say to AI, give me a summary of this spreadsheet, and it telling me
And I
what the
think-
department is and what's at a loss, what's at a
really
gain.
cool to me, to take it a step further even, is imagine you're in a meeting and you have to do this. Someone says, oh, it's a flow chart, and you look at all the red, and instead of saying AI, blah, 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 you can type into your braille display that's on your lap, what are the red cells, or let's focus on this region. And you're getting all this info without even needing to ask it. You're typing to it, you're communicating with it silently. Or you're wearing smart glasses that do it for you, and process. There is so much good that will come.
I think it's going to allow people who are blind and visually impaired to actually
be a
focus on, and to actually focus on their job, what they are skilled and good at, versus saying, okay, I'm an accountant, but I also have to be a computer expert to be able to use JAWS in a way. They won't have to worry about that.
All this
Yeah.
layers and layers and layers of commands to get me what I need.
Yeah.
Instead of just, for everyone else, they just look at it and they get what they need.
Exactly. They don't have to be
I
a
mean,
computer expert
right.
in order to get the information.
It's so true, and I could not be more fired up for a lot of it. And it's neat, obviously, to be on this side, because I do get to play with things and try things. And we do have a couple of people at Humanware but very French-sounding names who work on AI, and it's been very cool to watch what they've been able to do with some of the models and some of the machine learning. It's neat. So yeah, we're always looking at that, and I'm sure you'll hear some neat stuff from us.
I could see the Stellar. Really, I mean, it's already benefiting with the crosswalk detection. I mean, but
It could go
it's just
a
going
lot
to go,
further,
yeah.
you know, and that's our goal. And then to do it right now, so much of that is processed in the cloud. We want to work on getting it to process on board, and speed that up, and make that more natural. So you're not always sharing all this stuff when you don't need to.
We stopped over at the Blindshell booth, and we were told that Diane is a famous rock star, that you have a huge following. So, A, we want to learn about that, but we also wanted to stop by and see what's new with Blindshell. So hoping maybe you can tell us what's going on.
Sure, and for those who don't know, the Blindshell Classic 2 is an accessible cell phone with actual tactile buttons, and everything is spoken. So we're not just going to hand you a flat piece of glass and say, oh, make a phone call. Yeah, so the Blindshell Classic 2, we continue to add applications to our platform all the time. So our latest is Envision AI. So with that, you can scan your mail, you can read a document, you can identify colors, you can identify objects, and you can teach the phone to recognize people. We also recently added Be My AI. So now you have that function where you can not just call a volunteer, but you can snap a picture and have AI describe it. It's excellent. I use it all the time. It's a great app, especially when you want to match your clothes or find out if you have a stain on your clothes. It's a terrific app. We also recently added Script Talk, and Script Talk will allow you to read the labels that your pharmacist will give you for your medication. You can do a quick scan to say, okay, what is this? Or you can do a full scan where it'll tell you how to take it, what the side effects are, and who prescribed it, when you have to renew it. So those are our 3 latest applications that we added to the Blindshell Classic 2.
One of the things I've always loved about the Blindshell, especially the Classic 2, is that I think it's one of those phones that can be as simple or as complex as you choose to make it. I've worked with clients who just strictly want to make and receive calls and do it with an accessible phone, with an accessible contact list. And then I've had those who want to dive into the YouTube app, the Bard Express app, now the addition of Be My AI that you're talking about. That's what I think is so cool about the Blindshell Classic 2, is that you get that ability to really make the phone sort of as simple or as complex as you want it to be.
Yeah, absolutely. The phone will grow with the person, because I'll get that all the time. I just want a phone where I can make a phone call. Okay.
Yeah.
So they do that, and they're happy, and I'd say within a month or so, I'm getting emails from them with YouTube attachments.
Yeah.
Or, oh, you got to check out this podcast that I was watching. And it's really exciting for me to see how they are growing with the phone and how the phone is growing with them.
Yeah. So we did produce a video, and hopefully Jonathan will pop a card up above us right now, but it was, I think, 9 3/4 things you can do with your Blindshell Classic.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So yeah, we're not great with numbers when it comes to numbering lists like that,
Yeah.
but check out that video. It gives you a good example, a little dated now, but it still gives a great example of what the Classic 2 kind of really is altogether. But
Oh yeah, we also need to hear about the 101.
that's what I was just gonna say.
Okay.
Before I wrap up, we want to find out about this rock star status you've got. Where can we find you? It sounds like on a weekly basis, but where can we find you?
Yeah, so on ACB community events, you could send them an email at community@acb.org so that you could subscribe. They'll send you an email every day, but we're Mondays at 1 p.m. Eastern. It's called Blindshell 101, where I will start by describing a feature of the Blindshell, and then the rest of the time we take questions and answers.
That's awesome. If anyone, I got to give a selfish plug, but if anyone's interested in purchasing Blindshell, Vision Forward is a reseller of the device. You can head over to vision-forward.org and make a purchase. So we are here at CSUN 2024, and one thing we had to do is stop by the actual CSUN booth. And we're going to talk with Yvonne, and you're going to tell us why we should go through the master's program. Now, Luke is behind the camera right now, and we know that Luke he just told us that he got the master's program, or got the degree, and I was saying that maybe he isn't the prime example. So you should tell us why someone should come through the program.
My name's Yvonne Carrillo, Program Manager at CSUN for the Assistive Technology and Human Services Program. Although I would disagree, and I would say that our students or our graduates are our best recruiters.
Thank you.
Yes. So our Assistive Technology program is about 1.5 years long. It is $25,000 for the full program. It is taught by field instructors, also by faculty that are very experienced with AT. It is, what else can I tell you, cohort-based. We admit about 25 to 30 students. It is fully online,
Okay,
and that's
good.
a huge one too. It is geared towards working professionals. So most of our courses are in the evenings. They're pre-recorded. We have a live lecture, and then you can also go back and review the course after, which is also a huge plus. You have a group of faculty that's there to support you, as well as an admin team, that's me, that helps you with enrollment, financial aid, distance learning, so you're never there by yourself.
Sure.
Even though it's an online program, it has a lot of support.
And we're a nonprofit located in Milwaukee, and we serve specifically people who are blind and visually impaired, but your master's program is across all domains of disabilities, right? You're covering assistive technology specific to not just one group, not just one disability group, correct?
Correct,
Okay.
yes,
Very
you're
cool.
right.
Very cool. And if people are interested, obviously they are interested after your commercial. Where should they head to get either more information or even start the process of applying?
Well, they can go to csun.edu and look for ATHS, or they can email me at Yvonne Carrillo, yvonne.carrillo@csun.edu. That's yvonne.carrillo@csun.edu.
Awesome. And just as a quick side question, years and years and years ago, I completed the ATACP through CSUN. Is that a certificate program that you guys are still offering? Or I mean, I know that was separate from the master's program. I was just curious if that was still something you were doing.
We do.
Okay.
So the ATACP is a certificate program. It's non-credit. It's about 16 weeks long. Still offered on campus and online. However, it's not offered through my office.
Gotcha.
So I can't give you the exact details on the price or anything else, but it's the very basics of AT.
That sounds like Cory.
Yeah. But if you want to take a deep dive, you could always join us for the master's program.
There you go.
Someday I'll be able to do what Luke did, but just not yet. Thanks for your time.
You're
We
very
appreciate it.
welcome.